Yeah, listen, I mean, you're talking to a karate guy who had a kickboxing fight. And what I can tell you guys about, distance and things like that, the leg kick is absolutely king if you're just purely striking, right? Like boxers, karate guys get decimated because leg kicks aren't a part of their arsenal, right? But what makes MMA different? Well, it's the takedown, right? Like you start getting on one leg to kick somebody and you are vulnerable to a takedown. And that's what makes MMA so exciting, that mix, that blend. I think you're absolutely right. I think Roundtree has to keep that leg kick out there, and Prohaska is vulnerable to it because he fights with that kind of weird karate-ish type style, right? Like where he's moving in and out and bouncing around. I always tried to vary my attacks and vary my stances depending on what was coming at me. But one thing I knew for sure is when I got leg kicked, I had to pull back and do a very straight up and down Muay Thai stance. Now it's kind of interesting. Thai guys can almost stand in like a karate front stance and still check leg kicks. Why? Because they've been doing it their whole life. Many of them grew up in Muay Thai camps and that's what they did. But American fighters really can't do that because very few of us have been doing Muay Thai. I mean, now it's a little different. Like kids that are young can kickbox here in America, but back then there was no kickboxing. So kids learning how to leg check at a young age was just not possible. Boxing, yes, and that's why kids become very good at boxing. And where does that come from? So I learned it in boxing. Look, when you got like 8, 9, 10, 11-year-olds boxing, they're learning those movements before they have muscle mass. So when they actually gain muscle mass, it's not so confusing. It's no different with the leg check, right? Like those little Thai kids, I've seen like 3, 4-year-olds over there in Thai fights. Like they're learning how to do that all the way then. So their body is so accustomed to it. It can take a stance that's a little bit more heavy on the front foot and still get it. Now Americans are a little different. Like they're usually spread very wide, meaning their toes are almost pointing outward like a duck, right? So they can get that leg up there in time with the shin on it. And they're also very high up and almost straight up and down, right? Like because that's the only way they can check those kicks. The only way I could check those kicks. But I get very deep in karate stances too, like Prohaska does. There's a lot of things you can do from there. A lot of boxing things you can do. I love the head, body, head with the jab. Then you could throw an overhand right, or you could throw your right, your whatever leg's behind the power kick too after that, which I love for MMA too. Not enough people do it. Not enough people jab the body, but that's the thing. Very few people do that anyway. Listen, Roundtree's learned a lot under the tutelage of John Wood. So, that says something about Wood as a coach and Roundtree as a fighter, that he's able to evolve. And we'll see. I mean, Prohaska has got to evolve himself too. And that doesn't just mean being weird. He's got to throw some traditional stuff in with his weirdness. And we'll see how it goes. Everybody, read my book, Warrior of the Light.